Dear students, dear relatives and other supporters of the students, dear colleagues, my name is Mark van den Brand and I'm the Director Education of the Department of Mathematics and Computer Science. It is a pleasure to welcome you and the candidates for this graduation event. I am happy that we can celebrate this event together on our campus. As a department, we are proud of the fact that today these students will receive their degree of Master of Science. This has been the result of hard work. We offered our students a rich variety of high-level courses given by excellent teachers and a challenging graduation project. These ingredients have prepared all our graduates well for their future career. Candidates, I sincerely hope that you enjoyed our university and our challenging educational program. The Examination Committee for Embedded Systems has assessed the work of the following candidates: Jore Boy, Isabelle Kooijmans, Jingjing Wang. The Examination Committee for Industrial Applied Mathematics has assessed the work of the following candidate: Joost Roerdink. The Examination Committee for Computer Science and Engineering has assessed the work of the following candidates: Joost Roerdink, Marijn Ritsen, Niek Muis, Theo de Leeuw, Judith Houdijk, Willem Aerts, Bert Wijnhoven, Bastiaan Mevius, Rick van Bergen. Dear candidates, Master of Science, you have all passed your examination and therefore you will be conferred your degree of Master of Embedded Systems, Industrial and Applied Mathematics, and Computer Science and Engineering. This degree entitles you to use the titles Masters of Science and Ingenieur. Our program highly values personal contacts between lecturers and students. Therefore, I will now invite our students to come forward one by one to be congratulated personally by your graduation supervisor. So I would like to invite Jore Boy to come forward and to stand over here, and he will be addressed by Dr. Littig.
After? Okay. Before? Also fine. Oké, ik lees deze toespraak voor namens collega Jeroen Keren, die de supervisor van Joris was. Want Jeroen Keren is ziek helaas. Beste Jore, allereerst wil ik je feliciteren met het cum laude afronden van je Master Embedded Systems. De titel van je afstudeerwerk is Model-Based Mocking, Compositional Model-Based Testing for Microservices using the Axini Modeling Platform. Ik zal hopelijk, zonder je te veel te bespotten, wat vertellen over jou en je werk. Laten we eerst kijken hoe we bij dit onderwerp zijn gekomen. Bij onze eerste kennismaking gaf je aan om iets met formele methoden bij een bedrijf te willen doen. Nadat je zelf met Axini gesproken had, kwam je enthousiast terug. Axini maakt een omgeving waarin software automatisch getest wordt aan de hand van modellen, het zogenaamde model-based testing. De vraag was om uit te zoeken of het platform dat door Axini ontwikkeld wordt op een efficiënte manier gebruikt kan worden om zogenaamde microservices te testen. Bij microservices kun je denken aan een winkelmandje in een webshop dat op zijn beurt weer gebruik maakt van bijvoorbeeld een betaalservice. Al snel nadat je was begonnen kwam je op karakteristieke wijze mijn kantoor binnen. Zo enthousiast dat je nauwelijks tijd had om je jas uit te doen. Voordat je met een marker voor het whiteboard stond om je ideeën uit te leggen. Kortweg was het inzicht dat je microservices die gebruikt worden door het systeem dat je wilt testen, mag vervangen door een mock, afgeleid uit hun specificatie. Je hebt niet alleen laten zien dat dit correct is in de theorie, maar ook een implementatie gemaakt in het Axini Modeling Platform. Je enthousiasme was ook terug te zien in je schrijfwerk. Zeker in het begin leek je je best te doen om elk zijspoor zo uitgebreid mogelijk te beschrijven. In mijn ogen heb je hierin veel geleerd en uiteindelijk heb je niet alleen een mooi afstudeerverslag geschreven. Een artikel gebaseerd op je werk heb je een paar dagen na je verdediging van je scriptie gepresenteerd op Benevol. Een workshop over software evolutie. Ik rond af. Ik wil graag Axini bedanken voor het idee van het project en de interne begeleiding. Jore, nogmaals gefeliciteerd met je diploma en succes met het vervolg van je carrière.
Then I would like to Dear Jingjing, congratulations with your master degree. You contacted me in February 2022 to discuss the options of doing a master thesis project on model consistency. However, it did not fly, and in August 2022, I brought you in contact with Canon Production Printing in Venlo. This was a good match. There was a good match between you and the supervisors from Canon, Eugen and Christina. You started working on an assignment which was partly related to the earlier quest, namely how to visualize model differences in M&CS-based models. Let me first try to explain the challenge. Canon Production Printing is a very advanced company with respect to model-driven software engineering. They have created a large number of domain-specific languages to describe the various aspects of their printers. Not only software aspects, but also non-software aspects like ink flow, hardware architecture, etc. These models are developed and maintained by multiple domain engineers, and sometimes even simultaneously. And this simultaneously modifying these models may lead to conflicts. Furthermore, these models need to be inspected, approved, etc. by the domain engineers. The current way of working means that these domain engineers need to install the entire M&CS tool suite for inspecting the models. And these domain engineers are in general not software engineers. For them, this installation is a challenge. Canon Production Printing wanted to have a more lightweight way of inspecting these models and the visualization of possible conflicts. So your task was to develop an alternative way of this model difference for visualization, and you investigated the various alternatives and implemented a workable and more lightweight solution of model inspections. So now the domain engineers can use a single and simple browser to inspect the models and to see whether there are any differences that need to be resolved. And there is no need to install M&CS anymore because that happens in the background. So Jingjing, when you started, you were very shy and insecure. However, you have grown tremendously during your master project. On the other hand, you also worked very independently. I think that in the entire graduation period, including the preparation phase, we have seen each other less than 10 times, including the various presentations even. Presenting is a challenge for you, both textual and verbally, but you also there improved tremendously. So Christina mailed me yesterday the following quote. Like gardening, sometimes you need to work hard and wait a lot. But in the end, a beautiful flower can come from the soil. This symbolizes your results with which we, Canon, are very happy and the struggles you had to get to the end. But it is worth the work and waiting. And last but not least, Canon is very happy that you are joining the company as a new employee. So I want to conclude with my congratulations again and wish you a lot of success with Canon Production Printing, and I hope that we will stay in contact. Then I would like to invite Joost.
Beste Joost, ik moet eerlijk zeggen, ik was een beetje verbaasd toen ik jouw naam op de lijst zag. Voor mijn gevoel was het al jaren geleden dat je bij ons was afgestudeerd. Dat was ook niet helemaal onwaar, want toen ik even terug heb gekeken, toen bleek dat jij bij ons gestart was in september 2021. Dus dat is alweer even geleden. We hebben een project samen gedaan met Irina. Sindsdien werkt Irina helaas ergens anders, dus daarom ben ik hier nu. En het project dat je gedaan hebt ging over... dat is een hele complexe naam. Het ging over multi-robot motion planning. Wat eigenlijk het idee was, is dat je hebt een soort warenhuis waar heel veel robots rondrijden. En het is echt best wel druk met robots. Dus je hebt vrij weinig ruimte om de te bepalen, te plannen van de robots. En het idee was dat je zeg maar, die robots zodanig kon plannen dat ze elkaar niet in de weg gaan zitten. Dus dat ze niet tegen elkaar vast gaan zitten lopen. En daarvoor heb jij een erg interessante oplossing gevonden. Het idee was zeg maar, om zodanig te plannen dat ze zeg maar, ten eerste doen wat ze moeten doen. En daarna gaan ze zeg maar, ergens aan de kant staan, zodat de rest er weer doorheen kan gaan. Natuurlijk is het niet zo simpel als het zo klinkt. Want daar moet je heel veel dingen voor berekenen. Maar je hebt er een heel interessante oplossing voor gevonden. Je hebt er ook heel veel experimenten op uitgevoerd. En ik moet zeggen dat ik zelden zoveel plots heb gezien in één masterthesis. Eigenlijk nog nooit zoveel plots gezien in één masterthesis. Dus ja, het idee was eigenlijk dat je, zeg maar, aangezien je ook voor wiskunde wilde afstuderen, dat je vrij snel even ons project ging doen en daarna dat van wiskunde. Dat is helemaal niet zo gelopen. Het heeft uiteindelijk een jaar geduurd voordat je bij ons klaar was. Heeft natuurlijk wel te maken gehad met de coronatijd. Maar goed, uiteindelijk is het wel een mooi resultaat geworden. En ik hoorde dus nu net, toen ik hier op de gang was, dat je ook voor wiskunde bent afgestudeerd nu. Dus ik neem aan dat je dat in de tussentijd hebt gedaan. En ik ben blij om te horen dat dat ook allemaal goed is afgelopen. Dus ik wil je nogmaals feliciteren. En ik wens je veel succes in je verdere carrière.
Then I would like to invite Nick. Sorry, Marijn.
Verwacht.
Sorry.
Beste Marijn. Ja goed, voor jou was het niet zo lang geleden dat je bent afgestudeerd bij mij. Ik moet wel zeggen dat het een tijdje geleden is dat we elkaar ontmoet hebben. Dus ik wil even terug naar 2019. Het was in die tijd dat je jezelf had aangemeld voor mijn onderstrek. Je kwam toen net van werktuigbouw. Je had besloten van ja, dat is het toch niet helemaal. Daar kan ik het wel mee eens zijn. Hè? Informatica is veel leuker. Maar toen wilde je ook bij de onderstrek. En ik heb je toen aangenomen omdat ik veel potentie in je zag. Ik zag dat je een getalenteerd student was. Helaas zag je dat zelf nog niet helemaal op dat moment. Je voelde dat je een beetje achterliep ten opzichte van de andere informatica-studenten. En dat was misschien ook wel zo, maar ik had wel het idee dat je zeg maar, de potentie had om daar overheen te groeien. Maar helaas was je toen gestopt met de onderstrek. Het heeft even geduurd voordat ik je weer zag. En op een gegeven moment zag ik jou weer tijdens mijn Juristic Algorithms vak. En ook daar kon ik direct weer zien dat ik toen al gelijk had, dat er genoeg potentie in zat. Want je deed het ook heel goed voor dat vak. En daarna was je dus op zoek naar een masterproject. En toen kwam je weer bij mij terecht. En ik dacht van yes, deze wil ik wel hebben. Het was even zoeken naar een onderwerp, maar jij werkte toen bij ProDrive. En zij hadden een onderwerp voor jou, of ja, zoals van jij dat een beetje zelf verzorgd half. En ik kan niet in detail treden over dit project, waar het over ging. Dat is gevoelig of zo. Maar we hebben het gewoon anders genoemd. Het heet nu de Square Covering Traversal Problem. Het idee is als volgt. Je hebt een drone waarmee je zeg maar, bepaalde foto's wil maken van interessante locaties. Dus je kunt je voorstellen, je hebt wegen en je wil de gaten in de wegen wil je bijhouden. Of je hebt koralen en je wil kijken wat de kwaliteit van de koraal is. En wat je wilt doen is, je hebt dus een lijst van al die locaties en je wilt dus zorgen dat de drone eroverheen vliegt en van al die locaties een foto maakt. Er zijn natuurlijk twee aspecten die daar een rol spelen. Dat is ten eerste van je wil niet een te lang pad van de drone laten vliegen, want dat kost te veel batterij van de drone. Aan de andere kant wil je ook niet te veel foto's maken. Want die foto's moeten ook weer opgeslagen worden in een van de geheugen. Dus de uitdaging hier was om zeg maar, beide aspecten mee te nemen in de optimalisatie. En ik denk dat dat heel goed gelukt is. Ja, het was eigenlijk een genot om met jou te werken, want je deed eigenlijk gewoon alles zelf. Tijdens onze meetings was ik gewoon een beetje aan het praten over leuke ideeën en hij werkte het wel uit. Dus ik hoefde verder niet zoveel te doen. Maar je kwam met hele leuke oplossingen. Aan de ene kant had je theoretische oplossingen waarbij je zeg maar, garandeerde wat je zeg maar, theoretisch gezien kon halen in de trade-off tussen de twee aspecten. Maar ook heb je uitvoerige experimenten gerund die in de praktijk ook heel erg interessante resultaten hebben opgeleverd. Dus ja, uiteindelijk kan ik zeggen dat ik altijd al gelijk had. Je had zeker heel veel potentie. ik hoop dat je dat nu ook zelf ziet. En ik heb gehoord dat je nou ook een fijne baan hebt. Bij Optiver was het. Dus ik wil je daar ook mee feliciteren. En ik wil je veel succes wensen in de carrière.
Now I would like to invite Nick.
You look a little bit surprised. I thought that you knew that your supervisor would not be here. So he sent me his speech, and I am reading his speech on his behalf. Dear Nick, let me first congratulate you also on behalf of Federica and Elisa, who co-supervised you during your final project. You did a great job on your graduation project. You investigated the realization of a context-aware monitoring solution to ensure work safety in the context of Industry 4.0, while preserving the privacy of workers. You worked on the project at the University of Verona, where you had the opportunity to experience and evaluate your solution within the ICE lab. And ICE, for the rest, provides cyber physical environments according to the regulations of Industry 4.0. Working in a real environment always comes with challenges and difficulties. You managed to overcome all of them. We really enjoyed working with you, especially because of your positive, proactive attitude and your professionalization. Thanks to your dedication, you achieved very good results. Congratulations again. We wish you the best for your future career.
Then I would like to invite Theo. So unfortunately, Morteza is not here, so he has recorded a speech.
Good morning, everybody. Hi, Leo. I apologize for basically recording this video in the train. So the thing is that my dad is not in a good health condition, so I had to go a little bit earlier back to Iran to basically stay with my dad. And so I totally forgot to record this video at home. I'm now in the train actually. Yeah, so basically Theo started working with me as a master's student when, around, I think like 1.5 years ago. And so he was extremely passionate about working on the approximation algorithms, and he wanted to either choose me or Mark the Bear. And so I think I was really happy that he finally decided to work with me. And he worked on the facility location problem in the massively parallel computing, where you have a set of points in, let's say, two-dimensional space. Sorry, there is a background noise in the train. People are eating something. And the idea is that you want to solve this problem in the MapReduce model, which is the platform nowadays for the high-tech companies to basically do their jobs, you know. And at the end, he was really, he did his really good, job, like great, and the committee member, of his defense, they were extremely happy with his presentation and the result that he obtained. And I think the plan is that to submit the paper to either policy or SPA, and my PhD student Leo and myself We are working right now on the final version of the paper to submit it. And as I said, I was really happy working with you, and I wish you all the best in your life and in finding a new job. Thank you and all the best. Bye.
Next, I would like to invite Judith.
Dear Judith, first of all, congratulations on receiving your master's in computer science and engineering.
Can you use the microphone?
Can you hear me now?
Put it a bit lower.
Okay. Okay, I think this is loud enough. I will start over. Dear Judith, first of all, congratulations on receiving your master's in computer science and engineering. You did your graduation project at the Software Engineering and Technology Cluster under the supervision of Luc Kleofas and myself. During your project, you analyzed the impact of changes of language definitions in the context of language-oriented programming. Part of the project was done in collaboration with Stuttgart University in Germany, which you managed to visit for a week in the spring. Starting the assignment was not an easy task for you, especially since you did not attend the course on DSL design. We discussed this with you, and you decided to move forward with the assignment anyway. Using the seminar and preparation phase to get up to the speed, you studied and acquired the knowledge needed for the graduation project. This is a clear demonstration of your determination, motivation, and hard-working mindset. These characteristics of yours appeared several times throughout the duration of the project, even though towards the end you were probably looking forward to finishing your project. We appreciate your willingness to improve yourself. For example, the tremendous improvement you showed in your writing and presentation skills. Your structured way of working and your ability to ask questions without hesitation. All of these are excellent qualities, and I strongly believe that they will help your future career as an engineer. On behalf of Luc and myself, I again congratulate you for your degree and all the best for your future career as an engineer.
Then I would like to invite Willem.
Hi, Willem. So it's really nice to be standing here today with you, celebrating your graduation. So Willem was supervised by Daphne Minema, a PhD student in our group, and myself. And so on behalf of Daphne and myself, congratulations on making your way through your studies to a well-earned and very well-deserved master's degree. It was a real pleasure to get to know you and also to work alongside you in your thesis work and the seminar work before that. So the problem that Willem chose, namely using AI to generate homework exercises and classroom exercises for students studying databases, was excellent. It's very timely, it's challenging, and also extremely practical. Databases is taught the world over. So this problem arises in the area of data education research more generally. So SQL, for those who haven't taken a degree in computer science, it's the standard language for interrogating large collections of structured data. And it's taught in every introductory database course around the globe. Large language models like ChatGPT, so it's nice you have bit of advertising there for ChatGPT. They're an extremely hot topic nowadays because, well, they're quite successful at fulfilling a range of mundane tasks. So past research has shown that they can be used to generate exercises in other languages, such as Python. However, before your work, this wasn't studied, hadn't been studied for SQL. So if SQL exercises were to be automatically generated, this could save teachers a lot of time, considering how much work goes into developing exercises every year on SQL. So towards this, you undertook a two-part study. The first was a user study involving experts and teachers both here in the Netherlands and also abroad, around the world, to determine just how SQL is taught and what students, what teachers spend their time and energy on. And you assessed, in general, introductory database courses in the university curriculum. After this, you investigated whether or not it was possible to use large language models to generate SQL exercises as used, as you found in your user study, in the educator community by using prompt engineering. Through prompt engineering and assessing the results through new rubrics which you developed also as part of your research, you found that prompts were actually indeed successful at creating database schemas, mock data, and exercises for students. Even though ChatGPT could help reduce the time required to create exams, you still also found that some participants indicated they were still skeptical about using LLMs. Through your work, you hope to reduce skepticism by giving advice to teachers about how to make use of current LLMs. Altogether, these are highly valuable findings, highly practical findings at the forefront of data education research. Willem, so working with you on a day-to-day basis was very pleasant. It was very smooth. You're very independent and self-motivated and also just a pleasant person to be around. And I very happily recall your focused efforts carried out with a high level of independence and creativity. You're not only an excellent and knowledgeable computer and data scientist, but you could also readily grasp and digest the big picture and abstract details. The high quality of your findings has led to a scientific publication, which we're now preparing for submission for peer review. So to conclude, Daphne and I are very happy to have been involved with your work, and we wish you the best of luck and success in your next steps after graduation and your future career. And please keep in touch and let us know about your next discoveries. Thanks, Willem.
Then I would like to invite Bert.
Oh, Bert, I don't even recognize you through this. No, it's the next one. So, hi Bert, and congratulations on completing your well-deserved Master's of Science. So Daphne also co-supervised your work, and we really enjoyed supervising you and also just getting to know you. So you also chose a very difficult and challenging problem for your thesis project, how to understand and measure the complexity of SQL code. So as I mentioned in Willem's speech, SQL is the most widely deployed language in practice for data, right? So it's really the lingua franca of data analytics on structured data. Much of modern life depends upon correct SQL queries on massive databases. And consequently, SQL indeed is taught around the world in university programs. In computer science and data science, but also even further beyond in information science and information systems, software engineering, and business analytics, many degree programs. And in fact, we even teach a little bit of SQL here in Eindhoven to every single bachelor student in every single bachelor's program through one of our courses. And indeed, the difficulties that students have in learning SQL motivated your study. The question that we started with is, how can we track the progression of SQL code complexity over time? So the challenge you took on was to develop the first full measure of SQL complexity. It turns out that there wasn't one, right? So this is, before your work, this was missing altogether in the scientific literature. Towards this, you analyzed SQL questions on Stack Overflow. I think many of us here are familiar with Stack Overflow from our day-to-day work. This is an online question and answer platform for programmers. At the core of this analysis lied the development of two complexity metrics that assign a score to an actual SQL query, and also to the natural language used alongside these questions in Stack Overflow. So you developed the S complexity metric that assigns a complexity score for a SQL query, and it's built up using a very axiomatic first principles approach by reasoning from the base sources of complexity, both, say, cognitive and technical. You then turn to applying your metrics, your new metrics, to a correlation study and an analysis of complexity progression in Stack Overflow to show that it can indeed be fruitfully applied in practice and on large data sets. Your complete framework was implemented and made available. It also has a very nice command line interface. I really enjoyed seeing ASCII art for the first time since the 90s, probably. You completely succeeded in overcoming and answering your research challenges. You contributed this open source resource to the community. And all of this opens the door to further research challenges. For example, now turning back to applications in data education. So Bert, my deepest heartfelt congratulations on your very well-deserved degree. You're hardworking, you're self-motivated, even in the face of technical challenges and scientific challenges where there was no prior art for you to build upon often. It was a real pleasure to work alongside you, and I can only hope that I'll be lucky enough to continue to work with students of your high caliber. So best of luck in your next steps, Bert, and I'm really looking forward to hearing more about the excellent work that I'm sure is in store for you in the future. And please take care and don't be a stranger.
I would like to invite Bastiaan.
Okay, hi Bastiaan. It's a real pleasure to stand here and congratulate you. You came to the cluster actually first with a company assignment that you had from Sorama, and you, as the title said, you wanted to detect hate speeches on edge devices. You may think that, okay, what is an edge device and why is it a challenge by itself? So edge devices are devices that do not have a lot of computation capabilities, or they don't have a lot of power in resources in general. And hate speech recognition by itself was a big challenge to start with, because there were no database or data set or any data publicly available, luckily. So that could be a good sign that people do not use a lot of hate speeches. But for using any AI in any form, that was a very big challenge. So you had to look into many different research directions, treating hate speech as anomaly or outlier or emotion or whatever. So you took many different directions for your research and successfully analyzed many of those directions that you came across in the literature. And finally, you designed your own approach and also tested it on real edge devices. So you used Jetson Nano, and you showed that you can detect hate speech in a rather fast manner, because real-timeness was also a very important topic for the application you had. And you delivered a very good piece of work. In addition to that, you also improved a lot in many aspects during your graduation project. So you were very good in technicalities and programming, so you were excellent. But on more softer skills, like creating a good level of abstraction and writing technicalities in good level of details was a bit of a challenge, and you develop yourself in those aspects also very well. So all in all, it was a very nice journey to take it with you, and also together with your company supervisor, Mark. I'm not sure if he's here or not, but I would like to thank him as well, and also Sorama for providing us the opportunity to work with you. So congratulations again.
And finally, I would like to invite Rick.
Dirk, let me first and foremost congratulate you on successfully completing your project and obtaining this degree. You worked on similarities between distorted shapes, mainly applied to cartograms. So the first idea that we came up with was to evaluate whether a country outline in a cartogram, which is a sort of distorted map that displays additional data next to the, well, geographic data, whether that country outline would still resemble the actual geographic border of the country. As simple as the idea might sound, you had to work hard to formalize the description and narrow down the broadness of the topic such that we had a nicely defined research question. The research itself then again proved to be more difficult than, well, at least I anticipated, and you can be very proud that you prevailed. You overcame several content-related obstacles, such as implementing a complicated algorithm that computes the Fréchet distance of curves, even though we can now also allow for translations of curves. And you had to limit the memory usage of your dynamic program. On top of that, Wouter, your first supervisor, had to miss many of the meetings. And to be quite honest, I knew less about dynamic programming than you did. Once both of us got stuck, Marcel luckily chipped in, and you just seamlessly accepted him as your third supervisor, and you worked very well with all of us. So through all the bumps and setbacks of this project, you remained hopeful and dedicated. You really wanted to make your algorithm work, you really wanted to finish your experiments, and you wanted to provide us with a nice report. You did all of that, and you can be very, very proud. I am very happy that I'm standing here today congratulating you with your thesis. So thank you for working with me. I believe we both learned a lot in the past year. And congratulations on your successfully completed studies once more. I think I speak for all of your supervisors, of which there are 3, when I wish you only the best for your future endeavors.
I would like to invite Laura to give a speech on behalf of Gewis.
Thank you, Professor Mark. Well, dear students, dear family, friends, and supervisors, to start off by introducing myself, my name is Laura, and I'm the current chair of Study Association Gewis, a community for all computer science and mathematics students here on TU. Today can be marked as an event very important for future that is yet to come, and that is that you're officially graduating. Your journey as a student is unfortunately over, but I'm sure that with a fresh engineering mind, only a bright future is waiting for you, perhaps as a PhD student or with a job in the industry. I want to express congratulations on behalf of Gewis to each and every one of you. The dedication and motivation that you put into your study should not go without special recognition. It was not easy, I can only assume. You have overcome many obstacles late night of studying to push your boundaries and to build a stronger ground for your future. I hope you had fun along the way as well. And do not be afraid of what is coming for you. I assume it's only that you're going to achieve many great things. I hope that Gewis could also be part of your path and that Gewis could have support you on your path by providing help with your education or career, or just serving as a community where you can find some friends. And now that you have that diploma, also a lot of responsibilities come. Those responsibilities might not be as fun as your student life. So perhaps if you still miss being a student, I invite you to join ADA, our alumni association of our department, to still have some fun and connect with, well, all student friends. And now the only thing that is left for me to say is congratulations. I wish that nothing but success is waiting for you, and may this day be a kickstart for your great career. Thank you.
Dear Masters of Science, with reference to the words of the previous speakers and on behalf of the Department of Mathematics and Computer Science and Electrical Engineering, I would like to congratulate you and your family on your degree. I wish you every success and good fortune in your future career. Your academic title also comes with responsibilities towards society. Therefore, I will now read out the Code of Conduct. The scientific degree of Master of Science involves duties as well as rights. As a holder of this degree, you are committed to standards of scientific integrity, trustworthiness, intellectual honesty, openness, independence, and societal responsibility. These standards are described in more detail in the Netherlands Code of Conduct for Research Integrity and in the Eindhoven Code based on it. You also have duties towards society. You must be clear about the boundaries of your own expertise, and you must communicate honestly and independently about the results of your work, including potential risk associated with it. You are committed to the ethical codes for research and design involving human subjects or animals. Dear relatives and other supporters, our photographer will now make some pictures of the candidates and of the committee, and I also would like the people that would like to take a picture to come down here. For the people that do not want to make a picture, I kindly ask you to leave the room and wait outside upstairs in the Hubble. There will be drinks and bites served for you. Thank you for joining us in this diploma ceremony, which I hereby close.